Though it doesn't have a very pleasant conclusion, the history of the American Motors Corporation is a remarkable tale of underdog perseverance. Here are the coolest AMC muscle cars ever made. Starting off at number 10, we have the 1971 Matador Go-Machine. Falling sales of the 1970 Rebel machine prompted AMC to relocate the machine options package to the Matador in 1971. Go-Machine was available as a bundle for the Matador Coupe, but by selecting individual extras, one could have a Go-Machine Matador wagon or sedan instead. The cars may have a heavy-duty suspension system, a 4-speed manual gearbox, and a twin-grip differential, restricted slip, because of the Go-Machine package. A 360 or 401 cubic inch V8 may be installed in a car with the Go-Machine package. With a 4-speed and 401 V8 engine, a Matador Go-Machine could reach 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds, which is not too terrible considering the engine is far smaller than the 426 Hemi or 454 Chevy. Estimates place the number of produced Matador Go-Machines at 50 and 70, making it one of the rarest muscle vehicles ever. By 1972, the options package had vanished entirely as a result of declining sales, rising insurance costs, and pollution regulations. All we can do is speculate as to what vehicle might have the machine bundle next. At number 9, we have the 1971 Gremlin X. A Gremlin? Indeed, a Gremlin. AMC's take on affordable vehicles such as the Pinto, Vega, and Beetle was introduced with the Gremlin in 1970. AMC released the X package in 1971 because they couldn't resist making the cheap vehicle fast. The Gremlin was outfitted with a 304 cubic inch V8 and an appearance package that included bright paint and chrome wheels when the X package was ordered. At a period when engine manufacturers were starting to detune their engines, the little 304 V8 barely produced 150 horsepower. Many people even despise the Gremlin X, V8 or not, and others may even question if it is worthy of the moniker, muscle car. Usually, the critics bemoan the weak power plants and the peculiar appearance of the Gremlin. However, AMC sold 53,480 Gremlins in 1971. Sales figures don't lie. Now at number 8, we have the 1957 Rambler Rebel V8. AMC has already outpaced Pontiac in the race. It seems like a tried and true recipe when AMC introduced the Rambler Rebel, a mid-size sedan with a V8 and sporty choices, in 1957. AMC fitted a 327 cubic inch V8 engine into the family vehicle, and either a 3-speed stick or a 4-speed automatic transmission made by GM. With 255 horsepower, the Rambler Rebel could reach 60 miles per hour in less than 8 seconds, which was quite quick for 1957. AMC was well known for producing compact economic vehicles like the Metropolitan prior to 1957. The Rambler Rebel may have been the first muscle vehicle and opened doors for AMC. AMC became a competitor in the performance vehicle market because of the Rambler Rebel's strong sales. It's possible that the Rambler Rebel is to blame for the other vehicles on this list. At number 7, we have the 1965 Rambler Marlin. There was a need in the market for consumers seeking a luxurious yet aggressive coupe by 1965, when the muscle car wars were in full gear. In 1965, AMC launched the Rambler Marlin after seizing the chance. Based on the midsize Rambler, the Rambler Marlin included a fastback roof, bucket seats, and a console, as well as a 327 cubic inch V8 engine. In the personal luxury market, the Rambler Marlin had success and gained traction. Legends like the Ford Thunderbird, Dodge Charger, and Buick Riviera had to contend with the Rambler Marlin. 1967 saw the end of the Rambler Marlin and the first generation Dodge Charger. Following the outright discontinuation of the Rambler Marlin, consumers either switched to the Javelin or discovered another brand. However, the Rambler Marlin is credited with transforming the personal luxury market and paving the way for vehicles like the Mercury Cougar and Chevy Monte Carlo. Coming in at number 6, we have the 1968 Rebel SST. AMC introduced the Rebel, a mid-sized vehicle based on the company's first muscle car, which had been produced 10 years earlier, in 1967. Although the Rebel was intended to compete with vehicles such as the Roadrunner, Torino, and Chevelle, purchasers chose to stick with the big three, which caused the Rebel to become relatively forgotten. Every performance feature that Ford, Chevy, or Plymouth had at the time was included in the Rebel, plus a few more. A 390 cubic inch V8 engine was jammed into the engine compartment by engineers, who also employed the fashionable Coke bottle style. Customers might expect greater performance and luxury amenities from the SST. Performance was further enhanced by the addition of Gen 2 V8 engines to AMC's Rebel series of vehicles. Rebel received positive reviews from both racers and reviewers, but sales were minimal. A 1967 Rebel was driven throughout Baja California at high speeds for 30 hours straight, demonstrating the vehicle's durability and dependability. The SST was surpassed by only one option package, but more on it later. At number 5, we have the 1971 Hornet SC 360. Compact muscle cars became the preferred vehicle because of rising petrol prices and increased pollution regulations by the EPA. AMC joined the trend, using their little Hornet as a foundation. AMC installed twin grip outside and threw in a 360 cubic inch V8. A Hornet SC 360 with a 4-speed transmission could reach 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds and produce an amazing 285 horsepower. With a weight of only 3,150 pounds, the 285 horsepower of the Hornet SC 360 was rather useful. The famous Hornet made it possible for muscle car aficionados to own a vehicle without upsetting the EPA or their bank accounts. Regretfully, the reputation of rival aircraft such as the Duster and Nova has contributed to the Hornet's near-complete obscurity. If you're looking to add some AMC muscle to your garage, this could be the perfect vehicle for you since they're still available for a reasonable price. Here at number 4, we have the 1968 AMX. Lacking the funds for a Corvette with split windows? AMC, however, has you covered. AMC introduced the AMX in 1968 to take against the Corvette. Since the Javelin and AMX were manufactured simultaneously, people frequently mixed them up. In comparison to the Javelin, which was longer, could accommodate 4 people, and was categorized as a pony car, the AMX was more of a sports car and had 2 seats. A 325 horsepower 390 cubic inch V8 may power the AMX. According to Breedlove, the firm that modified the vehicle, a heavily modified AMX was driven to Bonneville Salt Flats and reached speeds of 200 miles per hour. Perhaps the AMX's many bespoke variations are what made it more famous. The Playmate AMX is arguably the most well-liked. Playboy and AMC collaborated to give one of their models a brand new AMC AMX. The Playmate AMX came with air conditioning, a 390 V8 engine, an automatic transmission, and a unique bright pink paint job. Angela Dorian received the automobile as a present. At number 3, we have the 1970 Javelin Trans-Am. 1966 saw the beginning of Trans-Am racing, which soon swept over America. Due to the lack of left turns and straight-line drags, American muscle cars had an opportunity to demonstrate their handling abilities in Trans-Am racing. The Camaro, Barracuda, and of course the Mustang are examples of pony cars that AMC created the Javelin to take against. Since pony cars were smaller and had superior handling over full-size muscle cars, they were the preferred vehicle class for Trans-Am racing. In 1971 and 1972, the Javelin achieved back-to-back series victories. In addition to providing customers with a road-going version of the vehicle they fielded in 1970, the Javelin Trans-Am was introduced to fulfill the homologation requirements set out by the SCCA. It's interesting to note that the Javelin was available with the little 304 cubic inch V8, as Trans-Am racing prohibited engines larger than 305 cubic inches. With 315 horsepower, the 304 V8 was powerful. The red, white, and blue paint job was another noteworthy aspect, even if it wasn't AMC's first or final usage of a patriotic color scheme on a vehicle. Coming in at number 2, we have the 1970 Rebel Machine. AMC introduced the Machine package in order to bring the Rebel up to speed with the performance trim seen on its mid-size rivals, such as the Charger RT and the Chevelle SS. The Machine package included an aggressive rear gear ratio, twin grip, standard 4-speed stick, heavy-duty suspension, and monster 390 cubic inch V8 that used a Motorcraft carburetor to power the Rebel. Early testing estimated the engine to have 340 horsepower and a quarter-mile time of 14 seconds, according to the dyno. The Rebel Machine was finished with the patriotic paint job that was also applied to the Javelin and a different vehicle that we'll talk about shortly. It was somewhat too late to really embrace the Rebel Machine. By 1970, muscle vehicle insurance rates were either rising or completely excluded from coverage. Muscle cars that were confiscated after a night of street racing, smashed against the wall at a track, or twisted around telephone poles met horrific ends. Despite having a 1-year run, AMC's Rebel Machine left a lasting influence. Finally, at number 1, we have the 1969 Hurst SC Rambler. The most basic equation for speeding up that is frequently disregarded is a little automobile with a large engine. Still, AMC wasn't afraid to go back to the fundamentals and enlist Hurst, a performance shop, to assist them. AMC fitted the little Rambler with a 390 cubic inch V8 and equipped it with lots of racing amenities including glass pack mufflers, twin grip, and a paint job that would have made Uncle Sam happy. The SC Rambler's quarter time of 14 seconds was comparable to that of Cudas and Mustangs. It's absurd and fantastic as hell to have a 390 cubic inch V8 in a vehicle weighing under 3,000 pounds. In the 1960s, some racers even entered one Baja race and came out on top. We don't know of any greater evidence of the resilience and effectiveness of this small behemoth than that. We appreciate you watching the entire video, and for more entertaining content like this, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel.